Hi guys, welcome to Mahker. I'm Dave, for those of you that don't know me, and today we're going to give you an insight about what's going on in the workshop. And basically, this is Project Pub. So I'm going to introduce Project Pub. Is looking sorry for itself right now. We've got cling film on the window because the glass wouldn't come up. And niggles, basically everyday niggles that you find in a Range Rover Classic. And you'll see in these next clips what Andrew has been doing on the interior, and it looks amazing.
Don't forget, like and subscribe.
Okay, Andy, what are we up to today?
Well, we're still on the Range Rover, the Classic. We're doing the Dash this week, so I'm in the process of patterning up the Dash. I use polythene for the Dash and a bit of blue tack, hold it in position. Found that works best for me. So we can mark up the panel with some marry marks, and then we can transfer those onto the polythene with the two pieces. So we'll remove that, and then we can lay that piece down on the leather, and then use the marry marks, to then sew it up. So yeah, it just lifts off. With it being polythene, it doesn't stick too much, but it holds enough to make the patterns. Found that works best. And then if it's something that we're going to be doing on a regular basis, I'd then transfer that onto the card and make some card patterns up, which means it holds its form then and it's easy to mark round. But for a one-off like this, I'll just use the polythene patterns to mark.
Cool. So which part of the Dash is this? We're not as familiar with the Range Rovers.
This is the upper part, the top part. So you've got the top with the air vents in the top. You'll have the binnacle there, which is this part. The binnacle will then sit in there for the instrument panel. And then you've got the grab handle on this side. Similar layout really to the Land Rovers. So you've got a grab handle this side, with it being an off-road vehicle, for the passenger. And so you've got that part, and then this piece is already covered to match up with the seats. So it's going to have the terracotta leather on the top, with the tweed underneath. So that'll, once that's laid, that will fit in underneath on the bottom like that.
So we're following the same theme with the seats and everything throughout the vehicle, are we?
Yeah, I'm going to tie that in so it'll match up with the door panels and the seats.
Is there any reason you use this gold marker?
So yeah, they're classed as leather markers.
Right, okay.
So they'll clean off rather than pen. Pen won't clean off. Where these, if I use like the sponge, call them magic sponges. If I use that when I've finished, I can mark everything up and then it'll rub off afterwards. But they give you a nice fine line as well, rather than the white pencils. White pencils are alright, but they dull off quite quick. You end up with a big thick mark everywhere. Where these are a lot better.
So for those of you that recognise this car, this is the mighty Wombat. So this is a supercharged V8 with a manual gearbox, and it goes like stink. Packing probably nearly 600 horsepower, if not more. And unfortunately the customer is actually moving back to Australia, so he's asked me, Dave, can I help him sell the vehicle? And because it's such a bespoke car, there's loads of clips on YouTube about this car, loads on Instagram. It's a beautiful car, lots and lots of man hours written into this, probably the biggest build spec we've done to date, and it is available. So if any of you out there are serious and have got a decent checkbook, please get in touch, drop me an email, and I can tell you what we're looking for it.
Like and subscribe.
Right, Ed, tell me about this.
We've basically pulled out the old, is it an LS1? I think it was an old LS1 V8 engine. And we put in the crate, a new LS3 crate engine. So last week you've seen us pulling it out. And basically all we've done is pretty much put the old exhaust system back on, because it was a stainless system anyway, and put it on its original mounts that it was welded in on. So now we've just got to wire it up. We've run the fuel lines, used the same radiators the old engine had. And another thing we've got to do is aircon.
So do you reckon we'll see it fired up today?
I don't see why not. Should do, yeah.
Then we'll see.
A few moments later.
So today, Darren and Edward have been very busy installing this LS3. So when did he deliver it?
2 months ago.
Oh. So he delivered the car on Monday back to us with, it had an LQ9 that we installed, I want to say about 5 years ago. The car originally went to Ireland. The customer didn't like it in Ireland, so sold it back to us, and then Dominic bought it. The LQ9 was a great engine, strong, powerful, reliable, built by John Sleeth Race Cars, but it was running a standalone system which just wasn't great. It was relying on very minimal sensors to run, and Dom just couldn't get on with it in the winter. So I said, what we need to give you, Dom, is an LS3 with modern running gear. So GM running gear, MAF sensor, basically everything that is simple, stupid, and works. So it's come back for a 430 horsepower Corvette engine, and this engine actually coupled to a 6-speed manual Tremec, which you don't see every day.
Jake, what are we doing here?
Yeah guys, today I'm fitting the carpets. So we had to make sure there's no dust or any grease on the surface. So I use some brake cleaner to spray some down, wipe it down, and then I've been using this Trim Fix adhesive carpet glue to fit the carpets, and then I'll be fitting the car seats in after the carpet's been fitted.
Cool. So did you get all these pieces? Do they just come in pre-cut, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I think these ones come pre-cut, but we do have a trim shop upstairs where they do interior as well, like do the fancy leather stuff and the carpets as well.
Like and subscribe.
Pete, welcome to Mahker. What are we up to today?
We're extending the body on this Land Rover. At the moment I'm fabricating the strengthening parts so that the new body will fit, basically. That's it.
So what have you had to fabricate to... So this is Project Precious, isn't it?
That's the one.
So the cab has been extended back.
Yeah, we've extended this with a new piece, but obviously then the mounting brackets are in the wrong place, so we're building new brackets to bolt to this, basically.
Yeah. Cool. So was it 3 pieces on each side? So you've got that main...
Yeah, we've got the main
support.
beam, we've got a piece there, we'll have a brace underneath that bolts to there, and it also bolts around there as well. That one's just about finished, it's just got to have the bits welded on.
John, what are we up to today?
Basically what I'm doing today is making another one of these. And the reason that is obviously there's 2 bodies that want the tanks, which is this one here and there's one out there. But the other reason is Dave wants these scanned so we can basically get a cutting list, accurate cutting list for them. But this is going out as soon as. So I've just quickly got to roughly mock this one up and get it somewhere near finished, to be honest with you.
So he's getting them scanned because basically you then have essentially a parts list. You know exactly what you need to put one together.
When I first put it together, it was just a case of measuring it all, basically making it fit, you know, as I went along. But when Dave gets these scanned, like you say, it'll get like an accurate cutting list, and it'll save all the, it'll save time measuring, cutting, getting things wrong, getting it right.
And then also, I guess, just like with these ones, you can just start making them so that they're
well, like I say, once Dave's had these all scanned, we can get like a cutting list. and it's pretty much putting a jigsaw puzzle together then. But you know where, obviously know where the parts are going to go. And it'll cut so much time, it's unreal. You know, we'll say so that first one probably took me probably a week and a half from start to finish. So making sure the sizes are right, making sure, the most important thing was making sure that nothing knocked into that. So making sure the cutout was big enough, wide enough. But everything else is you know, as long as it fits in between these two brackets here, you know, you can get away with having a step in the body and having a bit more here, you know, to maximise space really. So I think we checked that one last week, litre-wise, to see what it could actually hold. And I think the original one was, I think Dave was saying, was about, I don't know, 55, 60 litres. But this one, you're gaining another 32 litres. So it actually worked out in 92 litres, completely full. So you're getting, I don't know how many miles that is, but you know. And same as the other ones, we've fit the little basket to them as well. So like on the last video when I was telling you, it doesn't matter which way you parked up a hill, parked down a hill. The reservoirs, the basket's always going to hold enough fuel so you burn straight off, like, you know. Mainly for if you parked up a hill, really, to be honest with you. But yeah. So hopefully, you know, we can try and, with this scanning that Dave's doing, instead of me making it in bits, you know, we'll be able to get the dimensions we need, bend them, fold them, notch out what we need to notch out, and then we're good to go then, to be fair. Yeah. So it's all good.
Well, it's pretty clean, gorgeous.
So we've got some unfortunate news about Fifi the Jeep. That is what's in front of me right now. Just looking here. So the rot mice have been at Fifi, and Bruno gave it a tickle with the shot blast, and we found lots and lots of filler. You see all in here? This was totally rotten, and someone has filled it full of Bondo and filler and done a very poor job of hiding it. But Keith's trusting us to bring his Jeep back to life, so we've ordered lots of new replacement panels, and we're going to bring Fifi back to life and give her a new, what do you want to call it, bottom? Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and help me grow this channel, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. That'll do.